In 1988, Mike Tyson was the richest athlete on the planet. $300 million. Johnny Depp earned $650 million and spent it on wine. This one bought a dinosaur skull. And this one went bankrupt, posing next to his cash. 10 superstars. Fortunes beyond imagination. All of it gone. These are 10 stars who made staggering fortunes and then lost it all. The figures here are widely reported estimates, and by number 1, you will not believe what he spent on. Number 10, Burt Reynolds. For a decade, he was the biggest movie star on the planet, the highest paid, the most wanted, the man every studio begged for. Then came the mansions, the private jets, the divorces, and a string of flops he was too proud to say no to. Smokey and the bandit money poured into a ranch he could never sell and alimony he could never stop paying. The money went out faster than it came in. For a decade, no star on earth was bigger or more bankable. In 1996, the #1 box office star in the world filed for bankruptcy, more than $10 million in debt. The biggest star in Hollywood, undone by a lifestyle he could no longer afford. Number 9, Wesley Snipes was Blade, a bankable action star at the very top of Hollywood's A-list. And he stopped paying his taxes, not by accident. He bought into a theory that he legally didn't owe them. The government disagreed, loudly. He even tried to settle the bill with homemade financial documents the courts called worthless. A-list money, and a tax bill he flatly refused to pay. He was convicted on tax charges, owed the IRS over $17 million, and served 3 years in federal prison. The most expensive tax return never filed. Number 8, 50 Cent built an empire. Records of vodka deal, the vitamin water payday worth a reported $100 million. So when he filed for bankruptcy in 2015, nobody believed it. Least of all because he kept posting photos stacked next to piles of real cash. Records of vodka deal, headphones, an empire, then bankruptcy. The filing was real, $32 million in debt. One photo even spelled the word broke out of $100 bills. The only man to go bankrupt and flex about it at the same time. Number 7, MC Hammer went from the projects to a $33 million fortune almost overnight. And he spent it like the music would never stop. A $30 million mansion, gold-plated gates, racehorses, a recording studio, and a private helicopter he barely ever flew. And a payroll of 200 people he was funding out of his own pocket every single month. For a moment, he was the biggest name in music on the planet. By 1996, he was $13 million in debt and filing for bankruptcy. Too legit to quit, too broke to continue. 200 people on payroll, nobody left to tell him to stop. Number 6, Toni Braxton sold 67 million records and won 7 Grammys. On paper, she was untouchable. But a brutal record deal paid her pennies on the dollar. A diagnosis of lupus stacked up the medical bills, and a Las Vegas residency collapsed under her. Superstar income, superstar expenses, and almost nothing left in the middle. She didn't go bankrupt once. 7 Grammys, 67 million records, and still it vanished. She went bankrupt twice, the second time owing as much as $50 million. 67 million records sold and still buried in debt. The contract always wins. Quick one, if you're enjoying this, smash that like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel. Now, back to the money bonfire. Number 5, Terrell Owens was one of the greatest receivers to ever play, and he earned around $80 million doing it. He handed it to financial advisors who funneled it into failed businesses and bad real estate, entertainment complexes, an electronics bank, all of it gone. He trusted them with every cent, and by the end he had no idea where any of it went. $80 million earned on the field, and no idea where it went. Within a few years of retiring, $80 million had evaporated, and he was suing everyone in sight to figure out where it went. $80 million earned on the field, lost in a boardroom he never sat in. Number 4, Nicolas Cage earned an estimated $150 million. Then he went shopping, and he did not hold back. 2 European castles, a private island, 15 mansions, a pyramid tomb, shrunken heads, In a dinosaur skull, he outbid Leonardo DiCaprio to win. He owned so many homes across so many countries that he genuinely lost track of them. One of the most bankable stars alive, spending faster than he earned. The bill came due. He owed the IRS $14 million and had to take every role offered just to dig himself out. He bought a dinosaur skull. It was somehow not the strangest purchase. Number 3. Allen Iverson earned around $200 million over his career. An icon on the court and off it. But an entourage of hangers-on, a rumored $50,000 a month lifestyle, and no plan for retirement drained it faster than anyone believed possible. He bankrolled everyone around him and reportedly tipped in the thousands wherever he went. An icon who never once planned for the day the checks would stop. By 2012, a judge was freezing his accounts, and the man who made $200 million reportedly couldn't cover a bar tab. $200 million and a story about not affording a cheeseburger. Number 2. Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history and the highest earning fighter of his era, over $300 million. He spent on a fleet of Bentleys, 23-karat gold bathtubs, $300,000 solid gold chain, and yes, 3 pet Bengal tigers. At his peak, he was burning through roughly $400,000 a month on nothing in particular. The most feared man on the planet and the most reckless spender in sport. In 2003, the man who earned $300 million filed for bankruptcy, $23 million in debt. He bought tigers, actual tigers, and still, that wasn't what broke him. Number 1. Johnny Depp was, for years, the highest paid actor alive, bringing home an estimated $650 million. And he spent it like a pirate. 14 homes, a $45 million yacht, a private island, and, by his own manager's account, $30,000 a month on wine alone. He also reportedly spent millions firing a friend's ashes out of a custom-built cannon. The highest paid actor in the world, burning through it like a pirate. His own team said he was burning through $2 million every month, faster than even his paychecks could refill it. $650 million and $30,000 a month vanishing into wine. So there it is. 10 superstars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and 1,000 lessons in how fast it all disappears. So who hurts the most? The tigers, the dinosaur skull, or $30,000 a month on wine? Tell me below. And hey, if you made it this far, do me one favor. Smash that like button and subscribe so the next story finds you. It genuinely helps the channel more than you know.